our feet a treasure untold. Not just for kings, this well's for all. The soil speaks wisdom, its words don't fall. Fingers in the dirt.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for taking the time to join us. All right. Let's give everybody else another 2 minutes and we will get started. It's going to be an exciting session today. We are honored and excited to have some of the best folks the world has to offer in this space of legacy nutrient deduction program. So we are so honored and excited. So in a bit, I'll bring our guest speaker up to introduce himself, and we get to learn a lot about what they do and how they can be of value to us in our community. So let's give everybody another 2 minutes and we will get started. So enjoy before we get started. And invite everybody else to join. Everyone that wants to be part of land investment, this is a good knowledge base to kind of get you really well grounded. So let's get more of our folks to join. Let's go. All right, welcome everybody. We're going to do a countdown and we will get started. Let's go. All right, welcome everybody. Thank you all for taking the time to hang out on a midday on a Thursday. Thank you so much. I'm excited to be one of the hosts here. Akinbede Akifema, my name, and I'm the founder and CEO of Landzeo. So I'm excited to be in your community, and thank you all for being part of our community. We are who we are because of our community. So thank you. So today, as normal with our tradition, we make sure we find the best mind the world has to offer to help our community leverage opportunities out there. And one of those opportunities that came to mind was a program we stumbled on a few weeks ago, and it's called Legacy Nutrient Deduction Program. It's amazing. And the crazy part of it is that it's been around for a while, but sometimes, what you don't know, you just don't know it. So it's better when you have professionals, thought leaders, the best the world has to offer to talk to us about those programs to get us more grounded. And before I invite our guest, real quick, for some of you asking, okay, dude, what the heck is this all about? And our tradition, if you don't mind, we always do this real quick. Let's see what part of the world you're logging in from. If you don't mind, just type real quick. Dallas, Texas in the house. Let's see. What part of the world are you logging in from? Let's see. Go ahead and type. Let's see. Let's see some of our folks. Where are you logging in from? What part of the world are you logging in from? Let's go. I can see Dallas, Texas in the house. Let's see. Where else are we logging in from? Real quick. Let's go. What part of the world are we logging in from? All right. Just go ahead and type Selina in the house. Go, Amire. Woohoo. All right. Ayodele in the house. Dallas in the house. Big D in the house. Awesome. Love it. All right. I can see Amire Tiger Nut. They make the best tiger nuts in the world, so patronize them. I can see Mr. Ayo in the house, Dallas, Texas in the house. Awesome. McKinney in the house. Excellent. Let's see who else is in the house. Let's go. I mean, it's going to be a life-changing opportunity today. You will learn so much that it's just going to blow you away, really. Let's see. Where else are we logging in from? All right. Okay. Just feel free. Type it and I'll call it out. Okay. So while we're doing that, and I'll just be moderating that, showing you all a little bit here and there, I would also like to quickly just run through a quick slide. Then I'll bring our guest to tell us a whole lot. Houston in the house, H Town. Thank you, Tower. Awesome. H Town in the house. Well, those of us in Texas, we brag about our city. So don't be mad on us. All right. I can see Benson, Dallas, and Houston combined. Thank you, Benson. Thank you. All right. Let's see what part else you guys are calling in from. All right, awesome. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. All right, let's just jump in to give you a little bit of insight into what you would find yourself knowing about. A lot of our folks have invested in the past or they're about to invest in land. And as a result of that, our commitment to our community is the excellence to make sure we find opportunities out there whereby you can take advantage of the legal ways in which we can reduce our tax liabilities in general and still make the best advantage of what we have with land. So in North Texas, some of us already know cities like Shaman has changed the game in North Texas. For those of us that live up north in Dallas, for example, Shaman is projected to be home to 6,500 jobs within a few years. That's a lot of jobs, really. They've infused over $50 billion in aggregates into that city, extensive development. So naturally, all the cities around the axis just exploded, including the counties. So the spillover effect is just massive. So most of our projects around the Shaman Corridor, Bodak Lake towards Honey Grove, um, Leonard, Trenton, Bonham, Texas, Gainesville, Texas just went all in crazy. The expansion, the appreciation over the time also went insane, which is great. But one of the things we realize is that, okay, when you have a land in the state of Texas, if you have over 11 acres, you can apply to qualify mostly for ag exemption to reduce your tax liabilities, right? But guess what? There is even a sweeter juice to it, whereby you can also use some powerful IRS legal tools. So if you have your tax attorney, call them to join this call or send this video to them afterwards. You can actually write off based on nutrient value of your soil also. And today our guest will give us more insight into the details in a bit. So the program is called Legacy Nutrient Deduction Program in general. So the whole intent is that this is applicable to different portfolios with raw land, agric land, grazing land, any kind of land you have really right now. The IRS allows landowners to deduct the value of restoring those nutrients in terms of portion of the land that is considered to have lost nutrient value. So it reduces your taxable income at the end of the day. A simple step around it, and I'm not an expert in any means. I'll bring the expert real quick in a bit, but I just wanted to give you an insight into what you would hear in general high level. At the end of the day, we have agronomists with soil sampling, lab analysis, calculations, valuation. Then ultimately, you get a data that you can share with your CPA to file your taxes to make you eligible for those deductions. So it's just an amazing program. And for us, the beautiful thing in Lansdale is we are partnering with them to help us on all our projects. So if you're with us, we automatically make sure you enroll, and within the time frame when the assessment is conducted, you get your report, you take it to your CPA, and they can use that to calculate based on the report provided. A good simulated scenario would be you buy a land, let's say in Leona, Texas, as an example, you have 20 acres. The assessment found that 1,500 acres was eligible for tax deduction. It can make you have $30,000. If your tax bracket is 32%, that is an immediate tax saving of $9,600, which is amazing. Beside the fact that you get your ag exemption, which is what we pride ourselves in with as ranchers and landowners, we have minimal to no taxes paid. We have our land maintained by farmers that we work with, and they pay us for leasing our land to. So all those benefits are there, but more importantly is also the fact we get deduction out of it. So it's a big deal. So the ranges we've seen, as per what we've seen out there, could be even 800 to 2,500 per acres. And North Texas is crazy right now. We have good soil, black land, sandy loam, clay soil. So most of those soils will be eligible in general. And for us at Landzil, of course, the triple layer effect we have is always we hold our land for long-term appreciation, yes, but we also have ag exemption and A lease whereby you pay minimal taxes, you get paid for using your land for A or leasing to farmers. But the third layer that is a deal breaker and that's why we have this call today, is a legacy nutrient deduction program. So without further ado, now that I've made sure I kind of push that to make you understand what it's about, I will bring our guest in a minute. But there are some myths we've seen out there. Some people ask me, um, do you have to have active farm to qualify? Not necessarily. Will the deduction affect your ag exemption? Not necessarily. Is it a new loophole? Not necessarily. This is part of IRS regulation that has been existing for long. But the question is that how many people actually own tens of acres that this becomes important to them? It's not a lot of people, right? So